Hello everyone, welcome to this 10-minute core workout with a block. Now if you don't have a block, you can always use a Tupperware container, a book, maybe a water bottle, but you can always get one on Amazon or Marshall's for pretty cheap, so I recommend that option as well. And we'll get started on our backs. Once you come down onto your backs, reaching for your block and placing it between your legs, engaging your inner thighs, and then bringing your hands behind your head, interlacing your fingertips. From here, exhale, rise up, engaging your core, feeling strong. Inhale will lower you down. Exhale, crunch up. Inhale, lower. Slowly start to take these here, just warming up with these crunches. Exhales will crunch you up, and inhales will release you down. Keeping that block engaged, using your thighs. Taking 3 more rounds here. Making sure that you're completely exhaling all of the air out, engaging your core each time you rise up. And after that last one, begin to lift the legs so at this 90-degree angle, engaging the block between your thighs, slowly lower your toes to the earth. Engaging the core. Inhales will lower your toes, exhales will crunch you in. If you'd like a little more from here, you can lengthen the legs tall and slowly begin to lower the legs and then begin to lift them. Still engaging that block with your inner thighs. Make sure your lower back is pressing into the earth and you're using your core to lift and lower your legs. From here, take 2 more rounds, lifting and lowering either with knees bent or legs long. And after that second round, just removing the block from between your thighs, bringing it between your hands. Legs will lengthen tall, feet will be flexed, arms come overhead with the block. And exhale, begin to crunch up, drawing that block to your toes, engaging your core, and inhale will lengthen you. Maybe shoulders come up off the mat. Keeping that lower back pressed into the earth, feeling strong in the core. From here, take 1 more round. And then begin to put a bend into the knees. Keep the block overhead between your hands. And then lower your toes to the earth. Exhale, crunch in, bringing the block between your knees. Inhale, get long. Exhale, bring the block between your hands, toes touch down. Exhale, crunch, placing the block back between your knees. Slowly beginning to move here, alternating the block between your hands and your knees. Exhales will crunch you in, inhales will lengthen you. If you'd like a little more, you can always extend the legs long instead of keeping them bent. Taking these crunches, continue breathing. Using your strong core power, can you take 2 more rounds? Letting that block come overhead between your hands and then placing it between your knees, letting your legs come long. Keeping that core strong. And after that last round, just releasing the block next to you. We'll meet in a seat. Soles of the feet on the earth, knees will be bent. Hands will come behind your thighs and slowly start to rock back, lifting your toes up off the earth, coming into boat pose. You can always extend the legs long, release the hands from the backs of the legs. From here, reaching for your block and slowly beginning to extend the right leg long, bending the left knee and bringing your block underneath the left knee. And then lengthening the left leg, putting a bend into the right knee, starting to take these figure eights with your block. If you need a reference, you can always look up at me. And then slowly begin to switch your direction of these figure eights. Keeping your core strong. Just 2 more here. And then slowly release, bringing your block out in front of you, coming to a seat. So you can bring it to any of the levels, maybe the lowest level, maybe the tallest. It's whatever you'll need here once you see what we're doing next. So bring your hands to plant behind your hips, fingertips facing forward. You'll come into this boat pose once again and then extend your legs out to one side. Exhale will lift you through center, and then inhale, lengthen, extending your legs to the other side of your block. Slowly moving back and forth here. Trying not to touch the block or knock it over. If you'd like to play with a different variation, we're going to move to bringing this block between your feet, keeping that V shape still, and then slowly extending the legs tall with the block between your feet. Exhale, lower. Inhale will lift. Keeping your legs engaged here and your core. Taking one more here of your variation, and then releasing the block, bringing the block next to you. We'll slowly rise up into this boat pose once again. Reaching for your block, bringing it overhead, and then exhale, slowly twist towards the right. Inhale, lift through center. Exhale, twist to the left. Bringing this block to touch down on the earth. Inhales will bring you through center. Exhales will take you side to side. If keeping the legs lifted is too much, you can always lower your feet to the earth. Listening to your body and your breath, what do you need? Taking one more round right and left here, and then slowly releasing your block to the earth. Next to you, we're slowly going to come down onto our backs. Once you come down to your backs, just reaching for your block. From here, you're going to place your block on your thighs and then press your elbows into the block as well, creating this tension, engaging your core. And then slowly begin to lower right leg down. And then bring it back. And then slowly lower the left leg down. Keeping 3 points of contact on this block at all times, slowly lowering one leg and then the other. Keeping the core engaged and strong. Trying not to let that block slip a little lower, but if it does, you can always readjust it once again. Can you keep this breath nice and deep? Try not to hold the breath here in your last core work pose. From here, taking 3 more rounds right and left. After that last round, just removing the block, placing soles of the feet on the earth just behind the hips. Inhale, lift your hips to the sky, placing your block under your low back. On whichever level feels comfortable for your back, just opening up your heart, opening up that core that you just worked so hard on. and just letting yourself release into this supported bridge pose. Taking one more round of breath here, and then slowly beginning to remove the block from under your back, releasing your hips to the earth once again. Drawing your knees in, rocking a little side to side, and then bringing yourself up into a seat. Thank you so much for letting me guide you through this core work, knowing that if you ever need a nice little core session, you can always come back to this video. Namaste.